of territory of linguistic group ini harus dimaknai seperti apa sekarang. So other perspective that you can add to the theory of linguistic landscape, Pak, if you can mean this in different perspective.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you for suggestion. That's a very good to aid up my understanding about linguistic landscapes. That's good.
And the territory itself.
Yes.
Harus dimaknai dengan perspektif baru begitu ya, Pak. So this is a new novelty that you promote untuk pengetahuan tentang linguistic landscape and also language planning, Pak. The meaning of language territory harus ada perubahan seperti itu mungkin. Not physical. Merely. Okay. Thank you very much, Pak.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pak Prof. Bornok Sinaga for the time.
Baik, terima kasih Bu Sri Windah sudah mengulas lebih mendalam. Hanya satu tadi atas keraguan novelty itu, ya, memang setelah saya cermati, Saudara Mandra, coba open your dissertation page number about research discussion. Menurut Pak Mandra itu isi research discussion ini apa? Anda kan kapolri di Muhammadiyah itu.
Baik, Prof. Bahwa discussion itu adalah interpretasi dari finding, Prof. Interpretasi penjelasan pendalaman dari data analysis dan research finding, Prof. Itu discussion.
Jadi pada intinya research discussion itu isinya itu adalah menjustifikasi hasil-hasil riset Anda dengan hasil-hasil riset sebelumnya. Ya, kalau di pedoman kita itu minimal Anda merujuk pada 30 jurnal internasional bereputasi. Tertulis itu. Kalau S2 itu 20. Coba Anda lihat isinya halaman 192 itu.
Ya, Prof.
Sampai halaman 197. Tak satu pun Anda itu melibatkan referensi.
Ya, Prof.
Jadi dengan menjustifikasi atau mengklarifikasi, mengkonfirmasi hasil-hasil riset Anda terhadap hasil-hasil riset sebelumnya berbasis referensi jurnal internasional bereputasi dan teori yang standar, ya, itu Anda akan mengetahui positioning hasil riset Anda. Jadi dari sana kelihatan apa novelty-nya. Ini satu pun Anda tidak punya. Ya, jadi sudah ada dua kelemahan besar ini. Kok bisa lolos ini? Ya, satu pun tidak ada Anda justifikasi atau konfirmasi dengan hasil riset sebelumnya. Artinya Anda melakukan interpretasi, justifikasi, konfirmasi temuan Anda itu soal Anda sendiri. Jadi tidak ada yang mengakui hasil riset Anda ini. Positioning riset Anda ini dengan riset-riset sebelumnya itu apa? Di mana dia positioningnya, ya? Daya dukung. Kalau Anda yang bilang Anda ganteng itu cemooh yang datang. Seharusnya orang yang bilang Anda ganteng. Ya. Kalau Anda bilang Anda pintar itu, nah itu enggak pas, harus yang lain. Itulah menjustifikasi, mengkonfirmasi. Lalu ada interpretasi di dalam, ya.
Ya, Prof. Siap, Prof.
Ini sama sekali tidak ada. Sedangkan skripsi, Pak, minimal 5 jurnal internasional. Skripsi. Tesis kita 20. Disertasi kita 30. Tertulis di pedoman tuh. Nah, bisa pula tak ada.
Di relevant studies, di relevant studies, Prof, saya buat di previous research.
Iya, bisa Anda kembalikan lagi dari bab 2 itu, teori maupun penelitian relevan.
Iya, Prof.
Bisa Anda kembalikan lagi, tapi kadang nggak cukup itu setelah memperoleh temuan riset, ya.
Ya.
Nah, standarnya kan ada di pedoman kita. Sehingga Ibu Sri Minda tadi cukup meragukan, bukan saja. Jadi Anda sebut-sebut aja itu kebaruan Anda itu. Karena positioningnya nggak tahu kita. Karena nggak Anda justifikasi, nggak Anda konfirmasi dengan riset-riset yang ada. Nah, dari mana kita tahu itu betul itu risetmu itu? Nah, dan yang kedua, disertasi itu nggak cukup hanya mendeskripsikan, hanya harus berbasis produk, ya, produk kontribusinya terhadap teori, ya, bukan applied teori, apalagi deskripsi doang. Ini perlu dicermati oleh para pembimbing, ya. Para pembimbing, ini nggak boleh disimpan ini ke perpustakaan sebelum ini disempurnakan, ini tak ada ini rujukannya nih, riset discussion-nya nih. Demikian tadi terkait batasan istilah, ya, itu sangat penting terhadap seluruh parabel-parabel yang ada pada judul dan pada masalah riset, ya. Harus duduk, Pak.
Ya, Prof.
Nah, disitulah bahwa Anda telah melakukan kajian teori di awal. Lakukan analisis, lakukan compare, lakukan sintesis di bab 2 itu. Dapatlah batasan konsep, batasan istilah, ya.
Ya, Prof.
Karena telah tersintesiskan. Nah, di sini tak ada itu di bab 1-mu. Jadi orang bertanya-tanya, ya kan? Ya, jadi dua hal besar itu harus ada ini sebelum digandakan ini, ya.
Ya, Prof. Baik, Prof.
Ya, iya. Masa bisa pula pembahasan riset itu tidak ada referensi yang digunakan. Atau saya yang salah, Pak?
Enggak, Prof. Siap salah saya, Prof.
Siap salah. Kau lihat dulu, ada enggak?
Ya, di discussion tidak ada, Prof. Saya buat, Prof. Saya buat di previous relevant studies, Prof.
Anda di situ, belum tentu penelitian relevan itu sudah telah hasil riset dapat. Kan bicara hasil riset dapat itu kan mulai bab 4, Pak.
Ya, Prof.
Ya, disempurnakan, ya.
Siap, Prof. Siap, Prof.
Itu. Oke, kita serahkan pada Pak Rahmat Hussein, silakan.
Terima kasih Pak Direktur, Prof. Bernok. Okay, well, first of all, I would like to appreciate for your sitting here, ya, Pak Mandra, for your open examination. Yeah, however, there are still some things that I need you to clarify, as well as what I would like to pay attention to has just been clarified by Prof. Bernok, ya, itu Pak Mandra, ya. Saya juga melihat di discussion-nya itu Pak Mandra belum secara spesifik discuss itu the theories whether your analysis finding showing similarity exactly similar to the theories, or is there any differences, or there is lack of components or there are some more, for example, let's say in the theory stated 7, and then in fact in your finding you just found 5 points, but in these 5 points you have one different from the 7 points, for example. That is actually what you would like to do, as what Prof. Borno also just clarified about it, ya Pak ya. Jadi dilihat similarity, differences, and new finding that you would like to propose as the novelty of your finding. Okay, that is also just would like to confirm. So I don't want to ask it anymore, just to make sure. Okay, Bapak. Now you say that in fact, foreign language, in this case English, has domination the use of the language landscape in Medan, ya Pak ya.
Yes.
Rather than the bahasa Indonesia itself. Begitu Pak?
Yes, Prof.
So what do you think? Why this happened? Why not bahasa Indonesia as our national language actually will be the first, although the name used by companies, private companies, or business or commercial, parties. Would you please give a clarification about it, Pak?
Right. Thank you, Pak Rahmat, Pak Dr. Rahmat. This is becomes a big problems in reality, and one things that the reasons why do especially commercial science windows and making house complex and then advertisement billboards, they use English or foreign language because commercialization purposes. So, and the second reason is a prestige reputation of foreign language use. And they believe that if they use English, for example, or foreign language, so their product or the thing that we want to be considered is a more valuable and more prestige, and the language will make the things to be more valuable. So that's the two reasons are dominantly why they use of English or another foreign language. Yes, Prof. Yeah, Pak.
Okay, thank you. Don't you think this because of something behind this related to globalization and free trade of this world, Pak? That is why many private actually would like to use English rather than bahasa Indonesia or local language or ethnic language in Medan?
Yes, Prof. So that part of globalization is reversed to the commercialization purposes, or this part of commercialization purposes. So yes, that's part of commercialization purposes. So commercialization purposes is because of globalization factors.
Yeah, because I didn't see this word, in your dissertation. Maybe later you need to reconsider if you would like to construct this by insertion, about something which not only our government policy, because this is related also to governmental policy to welcome the world free trade and this world globalization related to the commercial. And then you need also to touch it a bit. It could be I think one of the more reasons why this English actually become the first one. Okay. And then,
Yes,
almost the same thing, I guess, related to the special reasons or special issues related to the use of the multilingual. I didn't. It could be also the bilingual, yeah, if foreign languages. Nah, but it could be also included the Bahasa Indonesia or national language. And do you have also special reasons why these multilingual languages actually occur related to these labels that you have got in your data, Pak?
Yes. I have investigated why they use multilingualisms. For example, they use Bahasa and they use English and also another language, because they use it. They use it. Firstly, is kind of ways to get technique to promote their product.
Okay. Have you got, you didn't have multilingual related to the combination of these three languages, national language, Bahasa Indonesia, ethnic language, one of the ethnic language in Medan, maybe in North Sumatra, or even in Indonesia, and then the other one is international language. Yeah, let's take, for example, have you find something like this, Pak? Kedai shop Mas Bro.
Yeah, there are some. There's some data. There are in multilingualism or multilingual linguistic landscape that's found the use of three languages, for example, as what you have mentioned before, and they use Bahasa and then local Japanese and some Batak also, and English.
Well, you found it actually in Medan urban,
yes,
or in the urban or in the suburban of Medan?
Suburban of Medan. Suburban of Medan. I
in
found
the suburban, yeah. Okay,
yes.
because Medan actually is surrounded by the district of Deli Serdang, where many, North Sumatra ethnics or even from other ethnics in Indonesia, stay there. And more, actually, there are so many plantations compound,
Yes.
Itu perkebunan itu kan mengitari kota Medan. That is why it could be also one reason why these people surrounded Medan in the urban would like to keep Bahasa Indonesia, and then they also would like to promote their language also, like Mas tadi, for example, in Japanese, and then they would like to also not to be left behind, and then they would like to use also international language, English. That is why the term of the shop is Kedai Mas Bro. Kedai shop Mas Bro, ya. Bro itu kan brother maksudnya di sana, ya.
Yes.
Kedai Indonesian. Okay, the next one, Pak. How could you distinguish that Bahasa Indonesia and Malay? I'm not quite sure what you mean by Malay here. Malay is Bahasa Melayu. In Medan or Malay Malaysia, Pak?
Medan. Malay of Medan.
Malay Melayu, ya. How could you distinguish the language that it is ethnic language, Malay, or it is exactly Bahasa Indonesia? How could you distinguish this part?
There is a specific word or word refers to the Malay, and I confirmed to the Malay people, and they said it is a Malay language.
Okay, so Bapak, you actually confirm it to the local people,
local people of Malay.
Okay, but Bapak, did you also include in collecting the data? You include also informant, Pak, to make sure that the language is Malay, or the language is Arabic, language is Mandarin, Konghucu, Mandarin, or Chinese?
Yes.
Ada
in my
informal
research,
di chapter 3 Bapak?
Yes,
ada,
informal. So yes,
okay.
So yes, I make an interview with some informants. Pak, mohon izin Pak, bisa saya ngecas Pak? Laptop saya lagi lowbat.
Oh iya,
Sebentar, Prof. Prof. Bornok, mohon izin Prof. Bornok.
Silakan. Segera.
We are from
Mana? Astagfirullahaladzim. Oke Pak, I'm ready.
Okay, thank you. In your chapter 3, you just interview someone. Actually, you should put the subtopic informant, Pak Mandra, to make sure.
Okay,
and then you need also to state scientifically who the informants are. They must be actually the person who lives and understand all related to the language as well as the culture of the language. Ya Pak ya. That is
okay,
to make sure all the readers letter or that your data actually has been cross section has been clarified by the informant, the person who actually is in charge about this language. If not, and then people would like to be a bit confused or not quite sure whether it is really, for example, Chinese, whether it is Mandarin or whatever, or whether it is bahasa Indonesia or bahasa Melayu, because many of bahasa Indonesia actually derived from Malay language, bahasa Melayu. Okay. The next one, may I know the limitation of your research, Pak? Pak Mandra?
Yes.
May I know the limitation of your research? The limitation.
Yes, this research is focused on language policy and ideology and in linguistic landscape of Medan.
So what is the limitation? You just only focus on to urban and suburban, didn't quite take the data all from Medan, all Medan, with 30 sub-districts ya, dengan 30-an kecamatan ya. Nggak sampai kan?
Yes. No, bro. So the limitation of this research is I take some districts from 2 areas of Medan. It's not all.
And then maybe you need to state this, to promote this, so that the next researcher would like also to have the base consideration from your finding, and then they would like to have a further research. Maybe you yourself would like to make a further research later, so that you have a very complete data and issue about this language landscape used in Medan. Yeah, I do agree that there is one word actually that you need to add in your keywords, your abstract. and you need to promote, you need also to state Medan or North Sumatra, as well as just now, you said that language competition or language clash, yeah, something like that, as you stated, yeah, that is actually eye-catching for me, so that people, yes, when reading this, and then will find yours. For example, language specific, yeah, language, and then ethnicity, for example, or ethnic or local or whatever, and then maybe one term Medan, maybe for example, will be found, yeah, related to your dissertation. Okay, Pak. So, what is the next action related to your novelty, yeah, that you would like to propose to either government, language center, or the school related to the language policy or maintaining language about this Bahasa Indonesia?
Well, thank you, Pak Rahmat. So, I would like to promote, especially to the governments, my findings of the research can be used or worth using in the development and evaluation of language policy and planning strategies. So it can be used to help development and evaluation of a language policy. And my research my research finding also is a potentially used as a source of language material, either for language learning skills, because especially for reading and writing, because they are dynamic of text are found in the linguistics landscape that can be used for language learning skill and language contents. So, the point is, so my research can be used for evaluation, especially for the government, is for evaluations in language policy and planning. That's all, Paramat.
Okay, thank you. The last but not least, I just would like to give one thing. It could be also just a kind of suggestion or whatever for you, Pak Mandra. Maybe for the language center, yeah, it could be, yes, in Indonesia, Pusat Bahasa, and also related to our government. For the regulation, our Indonesian government should maintain the motto or even promote the motto of maintain national language and use your ethnic language